Does your agency currently offer the Valley community?
We offer two main programs, the Spooner House Shelter for the Homeless and the Valley Food Bank Network. The Spooner House program provides food, shelter, and support services to homeless men, women, and families with children. It's the only shelter in the Lower Naugatuck Valley for the homeless, and one of the few in the state that provides services to families with children as well. And through the Valley Food Bank Network, we have 3 sites where we provide supplemental food assistance to people in need throughout the Valley community. And this year we've seen a 35% increase in the number of households needing assistance due to the economic downturn.
What do you think sets you apart from other agencies that might not be necessarily in the Valley but in other areas?
We take a holistic approach to the person. We don't just provide emergency overnight shelter, a bed, and a meal. We really look at the causes of each person's homelessness and try to provide programs and services that address those causes so that we can break the cycle of homelessness. People can become self-sufficient, be able to take care of themselves and their families, and remain in their own homes once they leave here.
What do you think the public does not know about Spooner House, and what would you like them to know?
I think people have some preconceived notions of what it means to be homeless. And the people we're seeing really have a desire to get back on their feet and to be out of the shelter and in their own homes. We take everything very seriously in the sense that we screen for drugs and alcohol, and we connect people with treatment when needed. We provide life skills training for, again, to address those causes of homelessness, whether it's personal financial management, time management, parenting skills, addressing mental and physical health issues, substance abuse, job training. It runs the full range of what people need in order to be able to take care of themselves. And we screen people as they come in, and then randomly throughout their stay we'll test for drug and alcohol use to make sure that people are complying with treatment. And we also ask people to commit to a longer stay in many shelters, because we found that people who stay 6 months or longer are better able to take care of themselves and their families when they leave here and are not re-entering the shelter system. And we put a very high emphasis on personal finances. Anyone here who's living here who has any income at all is required to save 60%, and we'll hold that in a trust account in the client's name, and they receive that money when they leave the shelter and go into their own place. But it's really helping people to understand the importance of saving and managing their finances.
What challenges do you face concerning attaining volunteers and retaining?
We have a great core support of volunteers. We have probably about 250 core volunteers who participate on a regular basis. And then when we factor in our projects and events, we have close to 1,000 people who volunteer in some capacity each year. Some of the challenges we're facing in terms of volunteers currently is finding people who have weekday hours to volunteer, who are not working full-time or working in another job. Most of our needs currently are during the week, and so it's being able to find people who have that time to be able to commit to it and to commit on a regular basis. And then managing our volunteers, being able to make sure that they're appropriately recognized and thanked for the work they do. Sometimes that can be a full-time job, scheduling volunteers, making sure that they're acknowledged and appropriately and given meaningful work so that they feel that they recognize their value to our agency and they feel a real part of what we do.
Do you currently have the need for any new volunteers or any specific opportunities?
Some of the areas that we are currently seeking volunteer assistance for are for our food bank. We need people to basically work in the food bank during the week to help with interviewing clients, providing the food, verifying income and expense, and managing that piece of it. And we can also use volunteers for serving meals to our Spooner House shelter residents. Those are two areas that we're currently seeking help for.
Do you have volunteer positions for younger volunteers within like middle school, high school age?
Under age 16, we require a parent or guardian to be on site with the student throughout their volunteering time, but we do have opportunities for students.
Do you provide your volunteers with any form of training?
We do an orientation to our agency, to our policies, our mission, what we do. We provide a tour. And then depending on what area they're volunteering in, we will offer more specific training. So for the food bank, for example, we will provide training on how we collect the food, how we sort, checking expiration dates, how to pack, how much for families of different sizes. For our meal servers, we'll do some training on food safety, preparation. So it's tailored more specifically to the area in which someone is volunteering.
Do you have any future plans for expanding either a program or just for the agency in general?
Well, we are in our new building just 1 year at this point, and we're trying to develop a larger range of life skills training and programming for our clients, whether it's classes on financial literacy or stress management. And for our food bank clients, we're partnering with CAUSE, which is the Connecticut Association of Human Services, to provide additional training and assistance with food stamp applications and working through that process. So we are looking to expand the services we offer to our clients to better meet their needs in terms of what they need to get back on their feet to be self-sufficient, whether they are residents of the shelter or clients of the food bank.
What kind of support are you looking for from the community or from Valley United Way in particular?
There are a wide range of ways that we seek support from the community. Of course, financial support is critical to our agency for operating costs. But we also regularly seek donations of both non-perishable food items as well as perishables, milk, produce, meats for our food bank and shelter programs. We seek donations of cleaning supplies and paper goods, the consumables that we go through quite frequently here. Valley United Way, we depend on for a lot of our PR and marketing, really, because they help us with getting the word out about what we do and networking opportunities.
How do you feel that you have benefited yourself from this program?
It makes you look around more. It makes you realize that you shouldn't judge, and it makes you have a heart and care about other people besides yourself. And there's people out there less fortunate than other people.
And would you recommend working here to other people looking for volunteer opportunities?
Almost definitely, yes.
Thank you.